the frick? Are we suddenly in Pennsylvania? Look at this shit. Where we left off in episode 1, I was driving from the NOC to my parents' cabin in Ashe County. Day 5 was a 0 day while I waited for Scott to arrive with our kids. In the meantime, I picked up my brand new instrument, the strumstick. Not played like my mountain dulcimer, so it would take a little getting used to, but what better place to learn than on the trail? Then my mom fed me this deliciousness. And then the next morning, Scott and I got ready to drive to Hot Springs, park the car, and get shuttled back down to the NOC in order to spend the next 2 weeks hiking back up to our car in Hot Springs. Yeah, it's a lot, the things section hikers do.
Peace.
Hey everybody, this here is Tom Highloon.
Hi.
And he and Nancy, Coffee Break, run the hike in. He runs the shuttles a lot. He's been our shuttle driver today. He has some cool philosophies about getting away from the grind, but instead of trying to videotape all of his cool stories for you, if you want to know him, if you want to talk to him, you come hike the trail and get a shuttle ride. Call the Hike In and ask for Tom.
Or whenever you're in Fontana Dam, North Carolina, drive right by the Hike In. Just knock on our door. Nancy and I'd be happy to meet you.
Yeah. All right. I am reunited and it feels so good. Where I left off with Sonic, day before yesterday. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Epic adventure music, you know. Insert here. All right. Okay. We've made it almost to the top of the second little hump on this big 7-mile climb. We started at noon. It's not quite 1:30. About 2 miles, I think. Let me see if I can zoom in on the mountains over there. You see that? You see those mountains in the distance between the trees there? On this nice flatbed here. So we're just chilling and enjoying this breeze and this rest. The climb's not too steep and brutal so far, but there were a couple steep bits that were, I was glad they didn't last too long. But doing okay. So right at this beautiful campsite, there's a Blue Blaze trail to water. When you're northbound, it's west off the trail. So we're gonna go get a little bit of water. The frick? Are we suddenly in Pennsylvania? Look at this shit. But we turned a corner and look how much more we can see. Standing on this little rock off the side of the trail, down there you can see people paddling on the river. Boats. Ah, pretty. Little boats. I don't know if you can see them. Kind of fuzzy. And it's really pretty. This climb is mostly over with, but you know, we have one more little hump to climb before we go down to Sassafras Shelter and take a nice long break before we do that last mile up to Chihuahua Bald. It's 4:30. We've done about 6 miles now. We'd made it to the shelter, almost to Chihuahua Bald, when it started to thunderstorm. So we changed plan and stayed at the shelter, where I stayed dry and drank some whiskey. I had earned it. Scott's more of a cider and mead man.
Okay.
So this morning I'm making grits in last night's Mountain House dinner bag, so I don't have to dirty my pot. So I'm cutting some cheese, and then we'll add bacon, and it'll be very tasty. We made it to Chihuahua Bald. This is where we were going to hopefully camp last night, except for the fact that we would have been setting up in a thunderstorm, so we stopped a little less than a mile down at the shelter, but lots of flat, grassy spots here. Nice campfire, and just check out this view with purple flowers and gorgeous misty mountains. How lovely is that, huh? Oh, and you should feel the breeze and smell the smells.
You can hear that Hobbit song over the misty mountains.
Yeah. We're just a couple of hobbits having an adventure.
Yeah, we hobbits. You're very tall for a hobbit.
So the Scotsman and Troubadour have made it to Stokoa Gap, and there is water here, which is great because apparently the pipe spring was supposed to be a little back where we came from up there, and we didn't see it. We didn't see the side trail, so I'm really glad there was water here. This little thing with a tag, this little girl named Irae, which is Korean for compassion, which is fitting. She brought it. She was here with her mom and her aunt and her grandma. And here she is, Irae, a vision of such beauty, bringing forth the water. I'm really glad we have this water now because we needed to get some more down here. But here is Stokoa Gap. There's a parking lot. Apparently there's a lot of hostels here. We'll be going across the road after we have some lunch. So we have gone about 7 miles in 5 hours. We left at 8:30. It's not quite 1, so yeah. Pretty good. We're proud. We're doing it. Yay!
Yay!
Do you have any words for the people?
Oh, being videoed?
Sure. Yeah.
Crap.
The wandering Scot can often be seen committing random acts of trail maintenance with his tomahawk. Nice, you got the biggest burden just about taken care of, man. That's great. We can just step right over now. Backpacker trail maintainer extraordinaire.
Yeah.
On our way to Cody Gap. Got this one little tiny view of this mountain, and I do not know if you guys can see the mist just going. There it is. You see that? Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, we're almost to the Smoky Mountains, and they look smoky. Oh, we've just been letting ourselves get wet and just putting our pack covers on. I've got it over my new instrument here so that will stay safe from harm. It's all wood, so. But it's just beautiful. It's been quite a climb to this point. We got less than 2 miles to go, though. Embrace your inner freak. So this is our little campsite tonight at Cody Gap. We went all the way down the water trail because some girl on Gut Hook said it was nice camping right by the water, so that's what we did. But the Water's literally like everywhere. This stream runs all over the place, including down there by that big overturned tree root system. Lots of water down there. We put our water bottles in there so they'd be cold in the morning. And this here is the Appalachian Trail. So says the white blaze. This part's fun. I love these parts. They're fun. Reminds me of being a kid. Wanting to stand on the top of the biggest rock and be like, I'm the queen. The queen of the forest. Alright, this is a pretty groovy sign. I love it when the tree starts eating it. Okay, we're going Nobo that way. But this way is the Benton Mackay Trail. Lunch today is sesame ginger tuna with a little mayo and cashews. At this very interesting spot with barely a water source, but we got some water from it to filter. We've almost got our bottles back full. It's definitely still cloudy and gloomy. Third day of this kind of weather. It's enough to kind of bring you down a bit, so hopefully we'll have a sunny day soon. You never know. The clouds may part. We made it to Fontana Crossing. Over there is Fontana Lake in the distance beyond that tree. It's a little fuzzy on my phone. It got a little wet, but that's okay. This is the phone box where I am supposed to dial 8 at the dial tone and then dial the hike in to tell them we are ready to get shuttled. So, the phone was not working at AT Crossing over there by the restrooms, and my phone gets no signal, so we walked all the way to the marina store where I got myself a balsam brown ale, and we have a Twix ice cream bar.
Which I have sampled.
Yes.
Very
And
good.
a Powerade. Ooh, good choice, Scott. Good choice.
Oh.
And so the guy let us use the phone in there when we bought some stuff. And Nancy was like, well, we'll come get you whenever you're ready. And we're like, give us until 3 so we can have our drinks and ice cream, I guess. So good. So here's how awesome Nancy at the hike-in is. She has taken us to Robbinsville and dropped us off so we can sit down and eat pizza. We each got our own small pizza that's coming out in a minute, and cinnamon sticks as well. And we're just gonna sit here and eat, and then she's gonna pick us up and take us to Ingalls to resupply. The place is awesome. I'll show you more about it when we get back, because it's very pretty, and they need some help, some work for stay help for the southbounders and next year's northbound and southbound hiking seasons.
I need work.
So here's the hike in, run by Nancy Coffee Break and Tom High Loon, who you met earlier. For $100, which is the long distance hiker package rate, they pick you up, they take you here, you get a shower, they do your laundry, you get real coffee in a coffee maker, satellite TV and a comfy bed. Then they take you somewhere to eat dinner, they let you sit and eat, and then they pick you up and take you to resupply. Then they take you back to the trailhead the next morning, all just for $100. They also had this lovely big porch with some great seating, a couple of hiker boxes so you can take and leave items as need be. I decided to use this comfy sitting place here to get some practice on Sylvia the Strumstick. Practice for me anyway.
Okay, now it's recording.
Okay. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. I've roamed the land
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
There's the drumstick.
Yeah, it's perfect for this porch.
The next morning, Tom made us breakfast. Cheesy eggs and sausage. Yum. And then Nancy took us back to the trail. So long, Nancy. Thank you for everything. We'll never forget ya. Okay, so we just got dropped off by Nancy over there. And Tom made us this amazing breakfast, which was unexpected, but because it is the slow season, he said, we don't do this for most people, but we love getting a chance. He especially seems to love getting a chance to actually hang out with the hikers and talk. So he made us breakfast, convinced us to start half an hour later so we could have breakfast with him. It was like a good deal for us. We are crossing Fontana Dam. Just look how beautiful that is. Highest dam in the eastern United States. Appalachian Trail North. Look at those misty mountains. So yeah, we a lot happened while we were stopped last night. At least mentally, a lot happened. I had looked into the report someone had told us about, that a 16-year-old girl was attacked in her hammock with her family camping right nearby, and that they had done everything right. But the bears are hungry right now because their food supply, their natural food supply, is kind of not up to snuff yet. So they're getting more brazen. She had to be airlifted out, and that made me really scared because it was in the Smokies where we're headed today. And then a friend sent me a message on Instagram telling me that someone he talked to who was kind of surveying and, looking at bear behavior up in Pisgah, said they're being more aggressive there as well, and there are more closures. We already have some camping closures we have to hike through and haul ass. But up in Pisgah, from like Standing Bear to, I think he said about 4 miles beyond Max Patch, no camping recommended, no stopping to eat recommended. All of this just kind of freaked me out. Look at this. Look at that. So I was about ready to ask to be driven back to our car in Hot Springs and then just finish, do the gap between Hot Springs and Roan and finish the Smokies another time, like when we're with more people, because there's no one but us out here right now. We're in the middle of a work week, even though it is summer. We haven't seen many other hikers. And so that felt kind of like, safety in numbers. Let's maybe do the Smokies another time, more with the bubble, or in a better season when the bears aren't as hungry or something. But no, this morning it was like, Sarah, this is the only way you're going to get over your fear. Everybody's telling me so. So even though I am freaking scared, because I have maybe an irrational fear of the bears already, I'm doing it. We're doing it. So hopefully everything will go okay. And I do hope, as Tom said, he hopes for me, that I will see a bear and everything will go as it should, so that then I can have that to make me feel less afraid. So here we go into the Smokies on this incredible dam, which I have been so looking forward to for the last few years, of doing this section and crossing this awesome dam. So up into the Smokies we go. All right, more later. Bye-bye, Fontana Dam. And up we go into the Smokies. This here was a momentous occasion, putting our permits in the through hiker box for the Smokies. If your hike is taking you 50 miles outside of the Smokies in either direction and you're only staying on the Appalachian Trail, you too will qualify for a through hiker permit. That's a huge beetle.
Yeah.
Big ass beetle.
Oh,
So we made it to the old fire warden's cabin, and it's the ruins, obviously, and Shuckstack Fire Tower. We're gonna climb it and eat some stuff up there and check out the view. We'll show you the view when we get there. But this is pretty sweet. I love all these old chimneys on the Appalachian Trail. All right, so far I've come this far. way. Oh, there's the chimney down below in the Smoky Mountains. Oh boy, oh boy. Woo! Woo! Look. This was the ricketiest fire tower I had ever climbed. And I was kind of freaking out, to be honest. I told Scott, let's stop right here and eat our snacks. And he said, no, let's go to the top. So as always, I pressed on. Yay me. I did it. I climbed to the top of the fire tower. It was really, really scary and really, really high. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Take a video up there.
I did it. I see a bunch of I
Don't
did
drop
it.
my phone.
Oh, is it already going?
Yeah. Say hello.
Oh, do I have it upside down? I think I have it upside down. Okay, I did have it upside down.
We'll edit that part out, no worries.
Oh, and it's looking at me.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That's what I wanted to do, not look at me.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I
Look at
just
the
told you
surroundings.
to turn it the other way.
Look,
Cheeto.
honey, I'm gonna drop your phone. Just kidding.
Oh my God.
No butterfingers.
Here, get me. Look down into the thing. Hold on.
I can only trust that it's taking it. Can you see yourself?
Yeah, hold on. Let me look better.
Let me look
Okay.
better. Okay, back
I
to
got a
looking
shot
at
out
my
of that.
ugly
That's
mug.
It was all I could do to come back down the thing. But I made it. And when we got to the bottom, there were lots of beautiful bee balm flowers, which smelled lovely. A little bit later, we'd get dumped on for the whole last couple of miles to Molly's Ridge shelter. But once we got there, look who we saw. We ran back into Tool Time. So the Scotsman gets to meet Tool Time, and Tool Time gets to meet the Scotsman. I'm so excited. He took a 0, so we caught up with him. Yeah.
Oh, that was a video.
Huh? What? What'd he
I
say?
thought that was a picture. That's going to be an awesome video.
Most of them are awkward. It's all right.
Yeah.
This is Molly's Ridge shelter.
No script.
I am completely soaked. I had to straighten out my ponytail, and I just have on my rain jacket and my one pair of dry shorts after using a shirt to dry myself off. And a random guy walked up. Tool Time was here because he knew I was trying to get, stripped down and dried off in there. But a random guy walked on up southbound while I was just chilling in there in my bra and panties. You gotta be adaptable up here on the Appalachian Trail. So, whew, I'm still really cold. I'm gonna cook some dinner now. Oh, and try to get warm. We're gonna get warm. I did eventually warm up and dry off, and then got in a little more practice on Sylvia the Strumstick for Tool Time and our new friend Little Hawk, and just generally enjoyed being all cozy in my first Smokies shelter. What a great day. Out one night to make a little round, a nice little city and a started down. Went back home, jumped in the bed, 44 pistol under my head. I woke next morning about 9:30, hacked in a buggy standing in line. Then some gamblers standing around, taking little tea to the burying ground. Oh, I began to think of what a deed I'd done. I grabbed my hat and I went to run. Made the run just a little too slow. They overtook me in Jericho. Down on the corner reading a bill, upset the sheriff of Thomasville. He said, Miss, your name's Brown. Remember the night you shot Sadie down? Well, I said, oh yes sir, well, my name is Lee, and I murdered little Sadie in the first degree. Got in the papers, will you read up to me? Oh, well, they took me downtown, dressed me in black, put me on a train, started me back, all the way back to the Springfield jail. Had no money for to go my bail, because I went out one night to make a little round, and met little Sadie and I shot it down. Went back home, jumped in bed, 44 pistol under my head. In the next episode, we'll summit Rocky Top, Tennessee, meet other men in kilts, and chat a little more with Tool Time before parting ways and climbing up to the highest point on the Appalachian Trail, Clingman's Dome. See you then. Thanks for watching.